Hi. I think it's a very visceral and cinematic experience. I think, Luca has done such a beautiful job in capturing not just these characters, but in capturing the tennis. I think from the score to the way he uses the camera, I think as like almost a fourth character in the piece, I think it's something that you have to be fully immersed in.
I'd worked with Luca before, a few years before, but very briefly. And so I'd had a little bit of time with him. It was great. This script was so clearly fantastic. And I think you add a director like Luca Guadagnino and he's going to be able to pull everything together and cast the right people. And ultimately the combination of Justin's script, Luca's direction, and working with these two was just kind of perfect storm.
Luca is a great director. He chooses projects that are character driven, and he has a great deal of passion for actors and actors with multiple layers within the story itself. And so it's a thrilling experience to be able to build a character in a Luca Guadagnino movie.
So Fernanda said we can dye the hair on the chest, blonde, but white blonde almost, and then she's gonna spray them to make them colored when we shoot the hair.
Are you ready for that?
And many things, I think. Just being able to be creatively a part of it in a different way or in a deeper way, because ultimately, it becomes my job to help execute the vision. I think the vision that we all have, that Justin has, that Luca has, and make sure that we all feel safe and comfortable along the way. So yeah, I think it was a no-brainer for me as far as wanting to do it because of the company. And the challenge that it presented with the character, with the tennis, with all of it. It seemed very unlike anything I'd ever really read before.
Miss Tashi Duncan, this is like the beginning of what's supposed to be a really great life, but shit happens.
Well, so Justin's, one of the things that jumped out immediately when I read Justin's script is that every single scene, most of the scenes are duologues, and pretty much every scene that happens in the film, even the ones where it's the three of us, are like a game of tennis. So one or other of the characters is kind of taking a snipe, trying to pull the rug from each other at all times. And as an actor, you can be doing, and because these two are brilliant and we'd had this time rehearsing, you can be really malleable and come up with ideas in the moment. And I think because we'd had that time, you could think you're winning a scene and then suddenly Z makes a choice that you didn't expect, and you're like, whoa, Patrick's on the back foot. And then you're trying to get one over on Tashi, and likewise with Mike and with Art. So I think every single scene is like a tennis match.
Well, we kind of touched on this before, but at least for me and relating to art, it's this idea of a person who is trying to fall back in love with his craft. And, with all of us as storytellers, we're always in search of a project or a script or a character that ignites something in us that makes us feel compelled to attack a project. And there's ebbs and flows that go along with that journey of always kind of in search for the next thing. And that was, the biggest thing that I connected with.
Well, to me, obviously, I speak for all of us when I say we all feel very differently from our characters, and we would not be doing or suggest that anyone else do what they do in this situation. But I think while circumstances might be different, emotions can be the same, and I find that with every character, sadness can still be sadness, loss can still be loss, heartbreak can still be heartbreak, no matter what the circumstance looks like or who's on the other side of it. So I just tried to connect with not just her passion for what she does, but her loss and her grief about her life and what could have been, or what she never got to have. And I deeply empathized, I think, with that notion.
And for me, Patrick, I just found very, very different, but I found him so exciting to play. Like, he's so unabashed, like he is front-footed, extremely confident, knows himself or thinks he knows himself. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thanks so much.
Yes,
yeah, for
absolutely.
sure.
Thank you.
Thank you.
궁금하면 넣어서 ESQURRE 검색해.